Amber grabbed the opportunity to spend the night with friends, and it wasn't unusual for Buddy to pick her up from school across town. Hoping to follow in the footsteps of her older brother, Amber couldn't wait to leave her parents' household. The big question was whether she would be with Buddy after she left. "Do you have a name picked out?" Sammy asked. That was one item Buddy could check off the new father to-do list. "Elise," he replied. "Nice," Sammy said with a nod. "We're having a girl, too. Crystal wasn't too keen about the name I picked out, but she named the first four, so it was finally my turn. We're naming our daughter after the greatest president this country has ever had." Sammy didn't continue. Buddy waited and thought about his AP American History class. "Washington or Lincoln?" he asked tentatively. "Reagan," Sammy replied with a big smile. "You wait and see. When our girls are in high school, they'll be putting Ronnie up there with the ones you mentioned." Sammy adjusted his cap. "Is this your first kid?" "Yes, I figured that." "I mean, how old are you, 20? 18? Sammy gave a low whistle. "Man, I thought we started early. I was 21 and Crystal was 19 when our son was born. He's almost 12. Are you still in school, or did you drop out and go to work?" "I'm a senior at the high school, and we'll graduate in a couple of weeks. My girlfriend finished early because she got pregnant." "It's good they let her do that." Sammy eyed Buddy closely. "You look kind of familiar. Do you play any sports?" "I ran cross country, and I'm on the baseball team." "That could be it," Sammy said. "Crystal's nephew plays baseball. His name is Jeff Minshew." "Jeff plays shortstop, and I'm in right field." "Are you that fast kid who steals all the bases?" "Yeah, my problem is getting on base in the first place." "Tell me about it." Sammy shook his head. "Once the pitcher started throwing curveballs that dropped out of the sky for strikes, my baseball days were over." Buddy had more trouble with fastballs. His hand-eye coordination didn't match his foot speed. He'd recently started wearing contacts. They helped, but it was too late to salvage his batting average. "Have you lived in Clarksburg your whole life?" Sammy asked. "Yeah, I was born in this hospital." "Me too. Crystal grew up outside Atlanta. She wasn't a city girl, but she likes to tell people that's where she's from." "Who are your folks?" "My father's Marvin Smith." "Rascal is your old man?" Sammy interrupted, using the universal nickname for Buddy's father. "My folks rented a house from him for years. It was a mile outside of town on Newberry Road." Buddy knew the rural two-story dwelling. He'd spent 2 weeks the previous summer scraping and repainting the white frame exterior. "Does he still own it?" Sammy asked. "Yeah. Once he buys a place, he usually holds on to it. My brothers and I had a blast at that house. We practically lived in that creek out back. We thought it was huge at the time. But when I drove by there the other day, it wasn't much more than a wet spot with a trickle of water in the bottom. It depends on the time of the year. It spills over onto the yard when there's a big rain. Oh, that was the best. We'd play football until we were so covered with mud that our granny couldn't recognize us." The door opened and a nurse stuck her head into the room. Buddy held his breath. "Mr. Smith?" she said. "That's me," Buddy answered, hoping his voice wouldn't crack. "Congratulations. You're the father of a healthy baby girl." 1. The young mother grabbed a tissue from a box on the corner of Buddy's desk and pressed it against her eyes. When the new client intake screen appeared on his computer monitor, Buddy typed in Sue Ellen Ford, domestic matter. He waited patiently for the distraught woman to regain her composure. Sue Ellen blew her nose and stuck the crumpled tissue into the front pocket of her jeans. "Who referred you to me?" Buddy asked. "Gracie Blaylock at the courthouse said you were the best lawyer in town for this sort of emergency. One of my nieces played on her summer league softball team last year. I called Gracie because I figured she'd know who I should talk to. She told me you don't usually handle divorce cases, but have a heart for people who are trying to—" Sue Ellen stifled a choking sob. "Find their children who have been